All right, so to initiate that, if the patient's having difficulty scooting forward, we can scoot one hip at a time. Just gonna kind of reiterate that for the video. Scoot away, right? Lean away from the side that they're scooting. I can help her scoot, scoot, right? Now that she's on the edge of her seat, let's make sure that her knees are over her toes first. And we have some weight shifting to work on with our patients, so we can get our key points of control here in the subclavicular region, just below the clavicles. If they're a really forward posture patient, right, go ahead and have terrible posture, right? You can use this backhand to facilitate the erector spinae group and push into the mid-thoracic region. At the same time, you're pushing at the subclavicular region. It's force couple, right? Doing that with your patient to get them on the upright posture. While you're supporting their posture like that, then we can shift together. And when you shift with your patients, I want to see everyone shifting with them as the practitioner. We're shifting together. I'm not standing here having my patient do this, right? Mirror your patients, whether it's like this, right? If they're really heavy, you might even be contacting your shoulder. So her left shoulder and my left shoulder are in contact. And we're shifting together. After we've done 10 reps of that, maybe 3 sets of 10, right? We've done pre-transfer training, pre-sit to stand training we're working on. Okay, we're doing good, right? We've worked on trunk control. She has enough trunk control. I, as a practitioner, have determined that she is safe to stand, to attempt standing. Hands can either stay on her thighs. Hands can also be back on the armrests. But the lower portion of the armrest, right? If her hands are too far back and she stands up, what's gonna happen, right? Let's go ahead and stand. And whoa, right?
Yeah.
No. So let's get your hands forward. If this is too low for your patients, we can flip the armrest around like we talked about and have the taller portion of the armrest more anteriorly on the wheelchair. Okay, let's go ahead and stand together, all right? We're gonna go on 3, 1, 2, shift, and 3. Awesome. Right. If her knees are starting to buckle or anything, right, we can get in front there. The book also talks about this one where your foot is lateral to the patient's foot, but your knee is on the inside. So either one is okay. Right. You're gonna lean forward and have a seat, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna just keep blocking that right knee because it's weak.
Okay, here we go.
Sit, 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 reach back to those arms there. Good job.
Okay.
Sit to stand, right?
Yes.
So let's work into a stand pivot technique next.
Do we want to talk about that concept a little bit? Sit to
Stand pivot?
No, sit to stand.
I didn't want to over-focus on it. Do you have anything to add?
Yes, so with sit to stand, you have to have, the tibia has to translate over the talus, right? So remember how I was talking yesterday that the tibia translates forward and back over the talus. So you have to have enough dorsiflexion in your foot to stand. If the ankle doesn't have dorsiflexion or the proper amount of dorsiflexion, it's very taxing for someone to stand. Okay, so let's say they have a 90-degree angle at their foot, and that's all they can do. They can't translate forward like this. If they can't do this, they can't get their trunk forward to stand, right? So this is how we normally stand, right? We normally have to bend our trunk forward to release the pressure on the hips or the weight on the hips. Then we bend our knees, and the translation is over at our ankles like that. Okay? If I had a 90-degree at my ankles, I'd have to stand like this. Okay? It's very hard. So someone has to compensate and stand like that. So when we're telling someone to stand, we usually say, put your feet back, put your feet back, put your feet back, and try to have your knees over your toes before you stand. That's ideal. And then when you stand, you're gonna lean forward, you're gonna push yourself forward to stand. Okay? So when you guys are working with your patients, you're not gonna lift, you're gonna pull them forward to stand. Does that make sense? We'll keep going on that concept, okay?